A woman is reading a bedtime story to her son, but her son is staring at the side of the room. She asked her son what he was looking at. The boy replied that there was a man standing there. Lisa took a closer look and saw that there was no one there at all. This wasn't the first time the boy had done this. He always saw strange figures in the house. Looking at her son's seriousness, Lisa asked him what he was doing, but the boy said he was right next to you. The ringing of the cell phone suddenly startled Lisa. Lisa knew her son had always been like this, and they've been to many doctors to no avail. So after telling her son to get some rest, she was ready to go back to her room. But just as she turned to leave, a dark shadow suddenly appeared behind her. Lisa hadn't gone more than a few steps. Suddenly she heard someone say goodnight. She wondered if it was her son talking to someone again. The next day, Lisa took her son to continue the psychotherapy. After the female doctor's conversation, she realized that the boy was still thinking like a normal child, but his emotions were aloof no matter what. But with Lisa and the doctor's cooperation, the boy spoke relatively more. On the way back, Lisa took her son to a toy store. It's a child's nature to love toys. The other children were very excited when they got a toy, although the boy chose one too. But every time he came to the store, he only took the same sunflower toy. Lisa wanted him to get another one, but the boy insisted that he only wanted this one. Lisa had no choice but to keep buying. On the way back, Lisa sang along to the melodious song. It seemed to be the only way to let out some of the stress in her heart. When she arrived home, the family that had just moved in beside her greeted her. Back at the house, Lisa unwrapped a toy and wanted her son to play with it, but her son didn't want to play with it. Lisa couldn't understand why he kept buying them and not playing with them. She told her son to go to his room. Then she threw the toy back in the drawer. Then Lisa went to work, but when she was about to back into the garage, there was no car behind her. But Lisa felt like she hit something. Lisa was scared out of her wits. At the police station, the officer in charge of the investigation told everyone, 2 people have been murdered in the past 2 weeks. One was a man named Rod, and Chloe's husband. The investigation found that the 2 men were not related. So what's the killer's motive? They've found the motel where the killer was staying. He's looking for a man named Chambers. They need to find him before he does. So John and his colleagues started looking for Chambers. They found a man with the same name in a restaurant, but they didn't know anything. It would take some time to find out. At night, Lisa woke up again at exactly 3:33 in the morning. She went into the living room to get some water. Just then a strange noise suddenly sounded from the wall next to her. Lisa walked over and listened. She remembered what her son always said about Jack. The other family had just moved in. She thought it was a name her son had just thrown around, but now it seems there really is a child. It was time for her to pay the neighbors a visit. The next morning, Lisa knocked on the neighbor's door. Jack's mother opened the door and greeted her. When Lisa entered the other woman's house, the 2 women chatted warmly. Anna suddenly mentioned that they had been in the bidding for Lisa's house at the time, but it failed because they bid too low. Just as she was talking, a bizarre scene appeared. A large burn mark suddenly appeared on Anna's face. When Lisa shook her eyes again, the marks on Anna's face disappeared again. Lisa asked Anna where her children went to school. She found out that Jack and her son didn't go to the same school, and it seems the 2 families hadn't crossed paths before they moved here. But how did her son meet Jack so early? Anna got a phone call out of the blue. Lisa was sitting in the living room looking around. Suddenly she saw some paintings taped to a nearby cabinet. It was as if she'd had this illusion in her own house the other night. What was going on? Lisa looked around again. She found something strange. She slowly walked over and took out the toys her son had been buying, and found that it was one and the same as the neighbor's toy.